Hey everyone, it's Blake. Welcome in to episode number 106 of our WWE 2022 save in TEW 2020. This is our state of WWE for March 2022. We have officially made it to WrestleMania month, and this is our season finale month in the series. Now, just as a quick teaser, something I'm going to do that I've not done yet, and I'm going to do this as long as we continue the save. I'm going to continue to do this after each WrestleMania, but I'm going to do more of a sort of inside the booking type of episode after we finish WrestleMania. So it will kind of complement the state of WWE that we're going to do after WrestleMania for the next month. But it will also be a pretty in-depth look at my booking for the first season. So we will call this season one after we get to the end of WrestleMania. And so usually I don't give you guys, a lot of insight into what's going to happen with stories and what I'm actually trying to achieve and those kind of things. I just present the shows to you, right? But this inside the booking thing I'm going to do is going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to basically lay out what my objectives were from the start of the save last June to, through WrestleMania. And I'm going to sort of give you a lot of sort of thoughts on what was going through my mind as I was booking some of these particular workers, who I really wanted to focus on to get over, people that I kind of just decided, you know what, I don't really care if I get those people over. I don't want to use them as much as I thought I would. So I think it'll really kind of help you, and I'll also do it just from a game perspective to show you how I book certain people and do those kind of things as well. So I think that'll be kind of fun to look at, and so be sure to check that out once we get there after WrestleMania. But we still got to get to WrestleMania because we're in March now, and we are, the biggest company in the world. Let's call it what it is. Our size, 81. It's been so long since I've done one of these, I think, that I forget what all we look at in our state of WWE, but I'm going to do my best to try to remember. So, Titanic is what we're trying to get to, right? Achieve large size and also 77 in at least 5 game areas total. Now, let's check our progress. So we've kind of made that jump now. From February to March, we get to 81 pretty much everywhere in terms of the mainland of the USA. So to get to Titanic, that's still the next step. We've got to get to 77 in every region of at least 5 game areas. Well, we've got there, and you can kind of see where we're at. Look, we're just growing. Come on. We're in pretty good shape. We just continue to grow in all these places. So we're doing our best here. India now we're up to 81. So who knows when we'll get to Titanic, but I don't feel like we're that far away, depending on how we continue to book these shows. Although they got to continue to do well for us to get there. All right, that was a look at the size. Again, I'm trying to remember exactly what all we looked at because I honestly don't remember because it's been so long since I've done one of these. I feel like it's taken forever. But all right, let's just look at the state of our champions here. I know we usually look at that sometimes. Our WWE title held by Daniel Bryan, who won it at the Royal Rumble. We know now he'll defend against Edge and AJ Styles in a triple threat match on the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. Tracking the prestige of the title, it's kind of gone down a little bit, went back up. One of the championships, though, I think that is really Keith Lee still our champion. Remember, Keith Lee's been our champion since August. This one's 65, so that continues to do pretty well. Our Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley, prestige, that's actually gone down, I guess, but we'll thank Bayley for that. SmackDown Women's Championship has gone up 1. They are our tag team champions, still the Lucha Bros. That's gone, 65, so doing pretty well. Now, this one, as we know, John Cena is now the United States champion, now 6-time U.S. champ after winning the triple threat match at No Way Out. This one has made the biggest leap of all, 63 all the way up to 68. Since we started, that was helped out by the Kevin Owens Open Challenge. Sami Zayn, I guess, had a couple good matches with it. But John Cena, now your champ. The Universal Championship still held by the head of the table, Roman Reigns. That hasn't really changed all that much, which, not surprising. It's an 83 already. Women's Tag Team Championships, look, they've grown, but it's been a slow pace on that. All right, so that's where things stand with our, look at where things are there. All right, let's go to our creative section to kind of see where things stand on all of this. So we're not going to look at everything because, like I said, I think it's just, it is what it is. But, of course, The Rock is still up there, even though he was retired by Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. John Cena, Lesnar, Becky, it's your usual crew that's there. No one on the next big things list, so that's worth noting. Our hot prospects, I mean, it's still pretty much the same group we've had, although let's keep in mind we did sign Deonna Purrazzo, who now joins that group. So she's someone that has joined the list. But, you've got the usual people here that we've had for a while now. Who's hot? I know it's always something fun to look at. Well, Kevin Owens has moved to the top of the list, despite, kind of being in a situation where he's lost his championship and stuff. And we're going to talk about Owens in a second. When you see his popularity, you're going to be like, unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Owens is in a pretty good spot. Daniel Bryan can do no wrong. Big E can do no wrong. Rollins can do no wrong. McIntyre can do no wrong. So, got a lot of people. These are all, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, these are all baby faces. So, they can all do no wrong. So, hey, people say sometimes WWE can't book an effective baby face. We got 5 right here that are just rolling right along in terms of momentum. Who's not? Well, still The Miz. I know. I think Ben's brought it up a couple times. The Miz still is in the who's not category. Christian is too. So, Christian and The Miz, 2 people that I've really used, quite a bit. Unfortunately for them, they're just not winning a lot of matches, and that's probably not helping the who's hot and who's not section for these 2. So, yeah, that's where they stand right now. So they sort of continue to stay right there on that. Let's look at some other stuff, I guess, in terms of where things are. I think sometimes we look at this. We can look at what AEW is doing right now as we head into March. My guess is they're not doing great. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. But, all right, let's look at some of the different stuff that they're doing. I guess we could look at their show history. Dynamite, 71, 63, 63, 65. So, yeah, they're not doing a whole lot. We look at their titles. I guess we usually look at that sometimes. Andrade is the TNT champion. I guess, yeah, he won that championship. Kylan King's the women's champion. I feel like she's been it for a while. Yeah, I was going to say back in August. So she's had a 180-day reign as the women's champion. Jericho, who has been the champion, I guess, since we started, right? Or maybe he won it week 4 of June. So he won it first month of our save. But he's continued to be the champ for 226 days. So your tag team champions, FTR, 163-day reign right now. So that's what AEW's doing. They're the only competition we have. NXT, if you'd like to check in on NXT, your current champions, they're all Triple H, right? Like, he has every title, I'm pretty sure. No, he is your NXT champion, as we know. 48-day reign. He's beaten everybody. I don't mean just for the championship. He's literally beaten everybody. He's 25-0, I think we said last time. Santos Escobar, your cruiserweight champion. He's been that since November, 100-day reign. North American champion Pete Dunne, 16-day reign. Of course, we brought Pete Dunne up for the Kevin Owens U.S. title open challenge. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Pete Dunne again soon. Tag champions Burch and Lorcan, 76 days reign there. Candice LeRae, who we've used a little bit as well. She's still your NXT women's champion, 100-day reign for her. And your women's tag team champions, Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter, been going for 90 days. So that is there. I'm curious if we... No, I was going to say, I guess they haven't done that. So, all right. So that's kind of where... If you want to look at the feuds, no storylines to view at the moment. I don't know if I can even... Can I see that? I don't know how that works. But, so yeah, NXT, still the Triple H show, for those who were curious about that. I don't really guess there's a lot of other notable stuff. New Japan is big. You can look at kind of what they've been doing. But, look, New Japan, I think it's just a different situation, right? Like, all their shows are doing well. So, yeah, not really worried, though. We're the number 1 promotion in the world, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So, there is a look at that. Event-wise, as I said, we have gotten through No Way Out. So now we go on to WrestleMania. Now, I appreciate you guys who left some great feedback when I was I want to say it was the State of WWE we did for January, maybe? Maybe it's February, I don't know. But you guys kind of gave me some advice on what to do with WrestleMania, because we are going to make that a 2-night event. So I'm going to plug this into the schedule probably after I finish recording this, just so I don't forget. So to plug it in as a 2-night event, so it will be Saturday, March week 4, and then Sunday, March week 4. So that'll be WrestleMania night 1 and night 2 will be where we're at on that. And I'm also going to, change some things around. And look, I may turn off I remember you guys left some great feedback. I just got to go back and look at it. But turn off the leaving workers off and making them angry and those kind of things. So that's what we have to do, just have the 2-night WrestleMania. Because like I said, the problem is that I would have never, for what we're going to have on WrestleMania, if I would have tried to put that in one show, it would have been impossible. So, yeah, the two-night event was really needed there. But that's where things are at. And I'll go ahead and just tell you now. So if you remember, we started at King of the Ring, right? So Great American Bash was a SmackDown branded show. Now remember, here's what's going to happen though. So after WrestleMania, the last what am I trying to say? The last branded pay-per-view was No Way Out, right? This is a SmackDown branded show. So WrestleMania, Backlash is going to be a Raw branded show because we had SmackDown previously. Judgment Day will then become a SmackDown branded show. King of the Ring is a dual show. So because we're alternating each time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the schedule up a little bit. So after King of the Ring, this next season, we will kind of, make some different events. So it won't be Great American Bash. It'll be something else. And I've already got those event names planned out. So it'll just alternate differently now. So this will be a Raw branded show. This will be SmackDown, Raw, and vice versa. So just the way we did the schedule. But I know it's kind of a tiny thing, but I think it'll be fun because you guys are going to see some pay-per-view PLE names come back from the past that hopefully you'll enjoy. So, I've already got those planned out. So, all right, let's look at, I guess, honestly, there's no reason to even look at the storylines. I mean, I just don't do a great job updating these in all honesty because at this point, the game is what it is, right? I'm hitting the storyline demands. We're kind of playing against ourselves because we don't have any competition, but I guess I could do a better job of updating these, and I will try to do that after this recording. But really the only ones that are, I guess, interesting of note, the McIntyre Priest thing, which happened at No Way Out, we'll transition that into that storyline. Power versus Power, Brock and Big E. Roman Reigns won 84, continues to be hot with all the segments we have with Roman. So, we obviously have a moving forward with Seth now and all that. Ronda and Becky, that's at 84 too. Trying to see what else I've updated. This one, the Radar KO. Look, this has been going on for so long. I haven't updated this, but you can see how far back we go with all of this. But we've kind of evolved. Well, I guess we kind of evolved. We really haven't, I guess. We're still kind of using the same storyline. It's just not as hot because we have added in a few more different things to the mix. And then Sami Zayn's Conspiracy Theory 79. These are the major players here, and that sort of stayed there. So, we're doing fine from that standpoint. All right, let me look at the roster, and we're going to break it down by Raw and SmackDown superstars. All right, so Raw, we're looking at popularity ratings, as always. Those are interesting to see how people are moving forward. Adam Cole, who's finally starting to hit into that green, that solid green, so he's moving on up. Remember, he was in NXT when he started, made the big jump from pretty much, December to January, and he's up to 69 now. He's up to 70 as the top selling point. His Bullet Club stablemate, AJ Styles, has pretty much stayed the same for a while. So even after winning the Rumble, AJ didn't really move up all that much. It is what it is. Angel Garza has been involved in some stuff, but he's not really moving up all that much at all. But he hasn't really been in many matches. He's just been kind of a storyline focus. My guess is this will change a little bit, perhaps, moving forward. As your teaser. Dawkins, I don't really know. There's a lot to note with Dawkins. Nothing against Dawkins. I just, we've had more of a focus on Montez. But he's moved up quite a bit since our start of our save. So, let's see. Remember, I haven't used Austin Theory so after that match against Gargano on Raw, and that was several weeks ago. And people, just so people know, I don't forget about these people. It's just WrestleMania season. We got a lot to pack in, so it's almost like the seasonal thing where sometimes we just have to get through something, and then we'll just kind of hold off before we do the next thing. But Theory's popularity is just brutal. So I can't really use him that much. Just remember that when we started the save, it was a couple of years ago. So yeah, Bayley, I don't think she's changed all that much. 74. So she goes up one. That Becky, look at this. Unbelievable, right? I want to say she's pretty much stayed the same, but if she goes up a couple in Hawaii. But yeah, Becky's one of our top stars, as we saw. Big E, 84. I think that's probably similar. Yeah, he's pretty much stayed the same for a while now, but he's starting to creep up a little bit in Hawaii. So that's notable. Cesaro, 73. I'm pretty sure he's gone down a little bit, but everybody can't sort of stay at that level. Yeah, so he went down. He was at 75 for a while, now at 73. But he lost that match to Keith Lee. So Chad Gable has also been a work in progress, as you guys know. He was at 47. Now he's up to 52. So moving in the right direction. It's a slow process. Christian, I want to say Christian's probably gone down a little bit in terms of the popularity. No, okay, he goes up. So, he's been a lot of hot segments. Daniel Bryan, 84. That's probably also gone down, maybe. No, okay, it stays the same. So, Let's see who else of note. Dominic's just, yeah, he's not really done anything. So that could change soon. Edge, look, Edge, it's like, some people probably wonder why I had the title on him for so long, but look at the popularity. The guy's just, he continues to just be one of the top draws in the company. Finn Balor, now that's the interesting one, right? We talked about this. Balor made that huge jump from December to January, and I don't know why that happened, but it did. And so he continues to be kind of on that upper tier for him. Jason Jordan, that's not worth it. He just came back. Jeff, I'm not really. 71 though. That's just maybe gone up a bit. Yeah, so Jeff made that big jump too from December to January. So, Jeff can be used. He's just not in a featured focused storyline at this moment. But as I said, Gargano's 55-ish. He's probably about the same. Keith Lee's 74. I want to say that's a big jump for Keith Lee. Yeah, so okay. Keith Lee he's making the big jump now. 5 gained from here to here, 4 gained here. So our Intercontinental Champion, hey, he's gotten a lot out of this. Kevin Owens, look at this. Now I said, I know it kind of feels like sometimes like I can only put so many people right in the top spots, but look at Owens. He continues to just be a top draw, and he's someone else. That U.S. title run that he had did a lot for Kevin Owens. Looking at the jump here that he made, he's one of the top stars in the company right now. So, but look, we only have so much time for everybody to be able to put them in these spots. So, all right, here he is, Montez Ford. You guys know that I've made Montez a big focus, and yep, he finally gets to pretty much all green here. It took a while, but remember where he started, 50 when we started the save. He's up to a 70 now. So in the span of 9 months, we've really grown him up in popularity, and his skills have really improved too. That's something else I'll go into a bit more in the Inside the Booking after our season finale, WrestleMania. But yeah, that's something that he continues to grow there. Randy Orton, I think, is the only person in this series that has not moved a single inch since the save started. He is an 80, and man, that's not changing for anything. So, yeah, Ray has taken a hit. I don't even want to look at Ray because I know his popularity's gone down. I'm sorry. I've probably not used Ray the best. I apologize for that. But he's in a storyline. He's just not, used great probably in terms of wins. Rhea has, made a huge jump, and that, of course, the biggest jump of any person, I think, in 1 month took place from December to January. That's after she won the Mae Young Classic and all of that. So, yeah, Rhea's a star. Ricochet, maybe Ricochet is someone else and just has not changed a bit. Yeah, so there he is. He's not changed at all. Ricochet is what he is at this point. So, yeah, Sasha, probably notable. Yeah, she's definitely gone up in popularity, I would say. So, yeah, well, not that much maybe. Yeah, so, she's kind of, yeah, Sasha's, the Royal Rumble win really helped her, but she's in good shape. Sheamus, 71, I don't know where that is relative to what he was. Okay, so Sheamus has taken a bit of a dive here, but that's fine. Again, not everybody can win matches. Toni Storm, someone else that was in NXT, not to that popularity you would expect, but remember, this is where she started, so in all honesty, she's probably made a pretty good move there on that. All right, let's look at SmackDown. Okay, on the SmackDown side, we start with Aleister Black. Continuing to kind of stay right there on that edge. I hadn't won a ton of matches necessarily. Alexa's an interesting one. I don't even know what her popularity is. So it's gone down, actually. It took a big dive from there to there, but went back up. So that's all right. Asuka, of course, has her shot at the championship at WrestleMania. She's up to 75 now, so that's her highest peak of the series so far. Bianca, so Asuka and Bianca are pretty much somewhat even there. Yeah, Bianca actually gone down a little bit from that standpoint, but Bray Wyatt, I think he's probably gone down. I want to say he was 80 at one point. No, maybe not. Okay, so 79. So Bray kind of staying steady there. Charlotte, it is what it is with Charlotte right now. She has the In the Funk attribute. We can only do so much with her. I just don't want to put her as a huge focus necessarily because, she's just got that and all her matches get knocked for it. So Dakota Kai has been a project, as we know, too, but she's not really growing that fast. But she's someone that, again, has one match, lost some, but it is what it is. All right. Our most successful project of the series so far has easily been Damian Priest. Started as a 48, and you guys saw early on the way we were using him. Well, continues to make the rise here. Stayed at 74, so pretty steady here overall. But, big opportunity now after the turn on Drew McIntyre. So, yeah, Damian Priest, one of our highest growing stars, is probably from the starting point. He's grown 26 points, I guess, to the highest point he is now. So Drew, I mean, here's something else to consider. I know he wasn't listed on the top stars, but when you look at these numbers, I mean, my goodness. Like, Drew is just, I don't even know where he was previously. So, yeah, like, I mean, Drew jumped up a couple spots. I mean, he's up to a 90 range now. I mean, he is reaching, like, The Rock territory. Honestly, I will look at The Rock in a second, but, like, I honestly think that's true. Gunther here, I mean, again, NXT is what hurt us when we started the save. So he took a big jump from February to March. So that's helpful. But, you know, if you guys just kind of look at how I use Gunther, I mean, we just need to get him some wins, period, at this point. Because we just kind of need him to be up there. Jimmy, 70 overall. So he's been part of the storyline focus for the past month or so. You know, in that prominent spot in the main event at No Way Out. John Cena, 88. I don't know what that is in comparison to what he was. So, yeah, that's the highest now for Cena. So Drew's even more popular than Cena now, so keep that in mind. Kairi Sane around the 40s, so someone else that, you know, I mean, just has not really grown all that much, although we haven't used her in a ton of matches. Kofi, 69s across the board. Nice ratings for Kofi, so he's to the highest point in his save, or in this save so far. Let's see anybody else here of note. Paige made the comeback. Let's see. So she's at around, so she's at her highest point, so everybody's moving in the right direction. And again, guys, if you're watching this for the first time, like, I know this can be sort of tedious, but this just keeps, I think, people engaged because it's like, all right, well, are people growing in popularity? How's it being affected by the booking? And you can kind of recall how we book these people to see how it changes the popularity and those kind of things. So Heyman, I mean, you know, he's been there. Raquel made that big jump from, never mind. Raquel's the one. Well, I guess Rhea and Raquel both had a huge jump from December to January. So she continues to move in the right direction. She's up in the mid-50s now on that. All right, the Tribal Chief. Wow. So the Tribal Chief, I'm pretty sure this is like, he is easily, so 93. That's the highest point now he's reached. But he's got to be the most popular person in the company. I don't think there's any doubt about it. I think he's more popular than The Rock. We'll get to I don't think we have The Rock in here, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure The Rock's like in the 91s range because Reigns beat him at Survivor Series. So, yeah, I think Roman, my goodness, 93 in the Mid-Atlantic here. So he's the man at the moment. Sammy, I want to say had to have gone up a bit. Okay, stayed about the same. Went up a little bit. But he made the big jump from January to February. That's right, after he won the title. So Joe, mid-60s-ish. I don't know that he's changed all that much. Okay, so he continues to go in the right direction. Seth, I think Seth's probably stayed the same because, as you know, we kind of held him off for storyline reasons, but he's back and will challenge Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. And anybody else here? The Miz, we already looked at him. I mean, he's kind of stayed the same. Miz has not really changed much at all. So that's worth that. Xavier Woods, I mean, he's in the 60s. I don't know if that's probably about right. Yeah, okay, he's gone up and down. So it's fine. But there you go. There are the look at the popularity ratings from where things stand in WWE heading into March, WrestleMania month. And as always, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And like I said, we will continue to actually, you know what? One thing. Let's look at one more thing here. I think this is always fun to add into the mix as we look at each month. So 9 months into the game, 83 shows we booked. Our best show, still a SmackDown in January. I wish I could remember what was on that SmackDown, but that was our best show. The best match still is Roman Reigns and The Rock at Survivor Series. That got the 89. The Rumble with our highest attendance, 59,000. So reputation, TV ratings, SmackDown, all that stuff. So January was a big month. I guess we're not really growing beyond January here. So WrestleMania, I'm hoping will change some of this. So that's all right. We'll go from there. But again, I appreciate you guys and the great feedback as always. Hope you're enjoying the save. And be sure to hit that subscribe button for all the other stuff that we have on the channel. AEW, WCW, you can go back through the archives, check out the videos we've done on those, and once they return, that way you're caught up with those series and exploring the C-Verse, 20-plus episodes now into that. So if you are interested in starting a C-Verse save, go back through, check out us exploring every starting company in the C-Verse and TEW 2020. So fun run through there, looking at those companies. So again, appreciate you guys as always with the great feedback, and we are on the road to WrestleMania and on the next episode of our WWE 2022 save. It will be Raw for March, Week 1.